Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Yes, we were discussing about the module 5 of research methodology. So we're in about industrial designs. So industrial designs, as we discussed, how we discussed for trademark, copyrights, patents, it's almost the similar trend we have to discuss because the industrial designs also plays important, and we have discussed a lot of examples like different companies like Apple's, Mercedes, or we also discussed about this Mini Cooper, how unique these designs are and how the people will identify by just looking at the products. Okay, like by looking at the phone only, people can identify that this is coming from Apple company. And if you see the Mini Cooper and a bunch of lot of cars or vehicles, you can still identify that coming from Mini Cooper. That means it gives you the identity where you can say that the particular car belongs to a particular company, and this is itself is a brand. Like it's creating a brand, and it itself, the design itself is a brand here, and it itself is ambassador. Okay, so that's how the industrial designs play a very important role for everything, not just for a car or not just for and a phone. What we are talking about. So the classification of industrial designs, so how we are going to classify it. Okay, and we have got for example, when you are going for a searching, like for example, now the phone, now this is an electronic device, so under which classification or under which class of industrial design it falls, that has to be designed, right? Because that has to be what do you call, the framed, and that has to be kept for all these different, to make different laws or clauses, all those things we need to have some particular classification. Okay, so the food items, okay, they fall under this category. The chemicals what you use for fertilizer, they fall under this category. So what we had discussed these examples for same thing for copyright materials, right? So there are many classes. Similarly here also for industrial design, we have a lot of classes. Under that, a particular what do you call, a thing which falls under a particular class. Okay, so I guess here we are having around 31 classes are there, and more than 237 subclasses are there. So let's discuss the classification of industrial designs. Now you understand why we have to classify, to in order to just understand that what material come from what class. We cannot see, for example, if I have to register for industrial design for a particular company, my company, which can produce a particular product. Okay, and when I go for registration, I don't have to see all the 32 classes or maybe n number of the classes whatever they are having. I have to just, I should come to know, I should be knowing that in what category a particular product comes in. Okay, a product A comes in the class of 31 class, or maybe class 37, or maybe class 47, right? And I can focus on only class 37 or 47, whatever the class my product belongs to. And based on that, there will be different guidelines, different what you call the laws, all those things that has, based on that, what happens, I can further proceed. Understanding, that's why the classification of industrial designs plays a very important role. So now the designs which are nothing but are registered in different classes as per the Lakhana agreement, that is in 1968. Okay, you can find a link and to know more about it. So it is used to classify goods for the registration of industrial designs. So what it is used for, just to identify a different classes or different goods which can come under which class. Okay, so you can classify them, you can categorize them within different based on their use cases. Okay, to classify goods for the industrial registration of industrial designs, as well as for design search also you can use. If you want to search any design which are already available or not, which you are going for that particular design, so it will act as a search engine also. So the signatory parties that have to indicate these classes in the official documents too. That means what class you are going for, and that whatever the signatory parties are there, they must include or indicate that this my product falls under class 37 or my product class under class 40. That has to be written or indicated in the application. So next, or any official documents, not just the application. Now the classification comprises a list of classes and subclasses with a list of goods that constitute industrial designs. We have classes, we have subclasses. Okay, so here we are having around 32 classes and 237 subclasses that can be searched in two languages. Just in two languages we're talking about. Searching, you can search through English and you can search through French. So there are how many? 32 classes are there and 237 subclasses are there. Whereas classes will have a major classification. Under the subclassification, again you can go for, the little bit differences are there in the same product regime, and or you can say a product class. They can have the subclasses. So for example, we are having class one example out of 32 classes. Any two examples we'll give, like what we did for copyrights. So class 1 includes what? Foodstuff for human beings, foodstuffs for animals, and dietetic foods. These are the three things that includes, like foodstuff for human beings, foodstuff for animals, and dietetic foods. These all three comes under the class 1 category. Okay, so what is excluded here? Now the excluding packages, because you cannot include the packages. For example, the kurkure what it comes, or with the chips what you eat, this all comes in the package, right? Or I can say the packet, right? That comes under the class 9. So one more example we are giving here. Okay, that is class 9. So class 9 includes what? Bottle, flask, pots, carboys, demijohns, and even pressurized containers. These all things comes under the packages, and this packages category is class 9, whereas just foodstuff category is class 1. Understood? Now similarly we are having class 34 that will classify graphic symbols, like for example design of a graphic symbols and logos, and surface patterns, ornamentation. Okay, the design, or you can say the different ornaments, how they have actually crafted it. All those things falls under the design. Okay, and anything that falls under the design of graphics, logos, maybe the patterns or the ornaments, those all things falls under class 32. Okay, so that's it. Next topic we are having designs registration trend in India, that we will discuss in the next class.